Guys, Charles here bringing another video, and today we got some Overwatch 2 news. So let's get started. So I guess some days ago I missed this. This came out November 16th, but I didn't really get to see it. But now that I'm seeing it, I'm gonna read it, go over what I feel about it, and that'd be that. If you're seeing this video today, this should be the one of many Overwatch videos you will see today. I will be doing some gameplay on the event that was going on that I haven't done yet for this the K-pop group or whatever for Overwatch. I will be doing gameplay on that today. So be expecting that video, of course, as well. I think that'll be the most recent one of the videos, and then my Mortal Kombat one that recently just came out. It will be up as well, and that one's gonna be a little more hit or miss because it's like a few days difference from my Sonic video I did also today, which was actually I had to redo because Knuckles and Rouge came out for it. So whatever. Anyway, let's just see what's going on here in the scene. A little event happened 2 weeks ago. I was lucky to get to be a part of it. I completely missed it, so I freaking suck. BlizzCon isn't just one of those who attend the show in person. It's just one of those times when you connect with fans, show off more of the game than we usually do. And they even rated a playable version with the new hero Moonga that came out recently, which again I missed and I freaking suck. I like to run through the show, this partial recap, and if you're not into that, just in the detail the Moonga changes, skip to paragraph 3. Don't worry, I won't mind. No, we're not like that. Let's start with the Clash. We announced our new next game mode as well as maps. Hokkaido. Let's hope that's what I was at. No, Hanakoa? Whatever. I'm suck with names. Y'all know that. Which will be a part of the debut. Watching through some of the videos that made people off of our introduction to the mode, it was clear that I talked way too long about the 2CP. Yeah, I did that. But it felt like there was some confusion in the match delay. This has been one of the most difficult parts. I know I'm turning notifications off. I know for a fact I am. It's just not doing it. Okay, a difficult part. Traditionally, 5CP game modes had enough edge cases were never a clear winner. Some games use a phase like sudden death in order to rein in game's length. We don't want to have matches that go on this long, so we've been experimenting with scoring system, which we will allude at BlizzCon, as well as an alternate where, wow, I know I turned them off. I really know I did. But the goal is to have the game mode that moves back and forth across the map and enforces a clear time. Let's talk Moonga. Muga? Moiga? Mauga. Yeah. M-A-U? Yeah, Mauga. This hero is cool. We've heard so much love for his art, his over-the-top personality, and his gameplay kit. After all the trial, we heard feedback that felt pretty weak, and our stats show him a bit on the average to weak side, with him unperforming even more higher skill tiers. We would like to Mauga to feel strong at launch, so we'll implement a set of changes to his tuning. Wow, everything's happening all at once. Anyway, Mauga to feel strong at launch, implementing a set of started season 8. The goal is to increase his survivability, make his damage against smaller targets a little more reliable, and reduce his damage output versus large characters like tanks. We're still a few weeks ahead from launch, so it's not that useful for me to go over exact numbers, but here are the changes we're looking at so far. Replace a chunk of his health with armor. We're experimenting with 150 internally. reduce the size of his hit volume, increase the damage reduction of Overrun. Originally it was 30%, we're testing at 50%. Also, this can no longer be interrupted by hack. Always great. Someone could be a bad problem. Increase the lifesteal on cardiac overdrive, and there are quite a few changes in his flight of. Yeah, flight. This is flight. Fight for his weapons. We're testing different spreads, firing rates when using both guns simultaneously, as well as different damage, ammo, and fall off numbers. We'll have more details on those as they solidify. The more. Oh my god, I just had it. More guy. Mao. There we go. Malga event was the first time we released a hero as a trial. We think it was a success for a lot of reasons. We got a lot of great feedback from players, good data on the hero, and he had enough time to advance to make serious set of changes, as well as a really fun event for the game. We think that this could be a great template going forward, not only for heroes, but as for some of our other larger pieces of content. Which I do love that they mentioned that, hey, this is not just a one-time thing we're going to do. Like, if we have other trials for other new heroes, we're going to do them. And I do appreciate that, because instead of a character coming out and then we just have to figure it out, we get to try out the character for a week or whatever, or the weekend like they did before. And then we get to have a feel of the character before it comes out, make feedback on them, and then better the character before it even comes out. That way they don't have to go back and change anything later, because they've already got the feedback to change it. So they'll know what to keep them at without, worrying about what it's gonna affect later. I mean, they can always make changes later, but I mean, it's like, why not let them come out perfect, right? So, at least at the time, anyway, as perfect as possible. Anyway, nothing is perfect, but you know how that goes. During Player Cloud, we talked about clarity of vision for the future of Overwatch. Did you feel the downshift? Heads up, that's a piece of getting a little more lower psychological. I think that's how you physical. No, that's not physical. Whatever. Before it gets a little more sentimental, Overwatch is an immense competitive multiplayer shooter. We have millions of players in our game every day enjoying it, and we not just provided more of the experience to them, but also improved it. When I use the term competitive, I do not mean playing ranked, even quick play, even demanding and sweaty. That intensity and fast pace are inherent to most modes. In our game, we love that. At BlizzCon, we talked about the overhaul of competitive system coming in Season 9 with other updates such as wider grouping restrictions coming in subsequent seasons. We are also working on updates to improve the experience in other parts of the game. For example, we're looking at ways of reducing the number of leaving or sabotaging matches. Since the start of the Season 7, the leaver rate in QP is down to almost 20% in some game modes. I appreciate that, but let's try not to, overdo it. But, on that forefront. But it's nice that a lot of people can't just leave the match and just leave you hanging, in which, at least it's competitive without getting, punished for it. So that's great, but at the same time, it's like, some people were just doing it just to be jerks, and some people were just doing it because they're sick of their team not helping. So there's different ways you can look at that. So yeah. Anyway, we're also working on a way we can backfill matches so players no longer enter a game with a few seconds left, which I do like that as well. Give me 2 or 3 minutes into the game. Don't give me like the last second, like I'm supposed to be able to just turn the game around. There's some games that I have saved, at the last minute. No kidding. But there's like some of them games I'll be like, man, I don't, like, dang, I don't feel like what happened. Okay, and half the team don't left. Like that's kind of crazy. What else we got here? Additionally, we're continually making improvements to our matchmaker anti-toxicity and anti-cheats effort. Not sure how that's gonna work, but let's see how that goes. But yeah, we're also excited about running some experiments aimed at making the game more enjoyable to play. For instance, what would happen if spawn times were drastically reduced? Look for those in start of season 8. Okay, I like that. At BlizzCon, our big announcement focused on the core of the game. This isn't just to say that we aren't working on to bring in more fun and novel modes and events all for you. For example, we announced Hero Mastery Gauntlet at the show and celebrate our K-pop event during BlizzCon. We can have so much more of this in works. Some entered around PvP, some around PvE, some both, and some that might be a little harder to categorize. We're excited for these modes and events, but didn't talk about them much. I don't want any of you to get the wrong idea here. We are still committed to these events like this, but we want these to be a surprise and a delight moment for our players. One of the most emotionally satisfying parts about BlizzCon is talking to the fans around the world. A lot of them really love Overwatch. I don't understand how my calls are still going through, and I know I'm turned. If I hit Do Not Disturb, a lot of Blizzard, and we gather an anthem to celebrate the passions, talking of all, hearing stories, puts what we do in this perspective. It's easy to get lost in the details of a game development or partially anonymous feedback we get online, but listening to a story about two people who met in Overwatch and got married, expecting their first child, is a different thing altogether. A mother who never played our game flew to Texas in a son convention, and monitored through engaged at BlizzCon. Wow. I'm still surprised at that. But anyway, and ready to dive back into the game and universe that we love. It is a little ironic, but to me, it makes total sense that a show where we felt love of the community is also the same show that reminded me why I make games in the first place. I'm so grateful to all of you, and I hope you see the energy and passion we put into our game. Thank you. Thanks for all the reading, and we'll see you in the game soon. All right, guys, let me know what you think about that, and I'll of this blog post here, and I like some of the changes here between the in-game changes for yeah, I know what I'm trying to say. His name, Moy guy, whatever. Yeah, I know what I'm trying to say. I like the changes, and of course, the more updates they have to the game coming to the seasons in the next upcoming seasons. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Of course, see you guys in the next video. Peace out.